Hey plant fam! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jacqueline. This is part of my jungle. I don't know why I said it like that. If you're not new here, thank you for coming back. So today I have another Hoya video for you guys that was requested by you, and I thought it was a really great idea. A few people had asked me to do a video on easy care, easygoing Hoya for beginners, but I really didn't want to make a list of like carnosa and pubic calyx and Weyettii and like the really obvious stuff. So I wanted to compile a list of 5 easygoing, more uncommon Hoya for you guys that are just getting into collecting and you want to know which ones are going to be like worth you spending a little bit extra on. The ones I have here are not necessarily expensive. They're not anything that I would consider rare, but they definitely are not as easy to come by. So, I mean, let's just get into it, right? I have the first one over here, all the way over here for some reason, and this is probably the most common out of all of the ones that I'm going to show you today. And I decided to put it on the list because it is just like one of my go-to Hoya period, but it's not as like, not that carnosas are boring or anything, but they're just not as exciting as other Hoya. So to spare you from that, I decided I would put the Hoya species Affinity Bertonia. These blooms are, they're just falling everywhere, on the list at number 1 for you today. I absolutely love this one. If you are new to Hoya, you definitely need to snag this one. They do have it at the big box stores sometimes. They're not always healthy looking, but this one did come from like a Lowe's or something like 2 years ago, and it just needed a little bit of love, and it's thriving. It actually sits directly in a west facing window as well, so it does get like kind of a little bit of sun stress around like the edges. Nothing really too crazy. The new growth comes in pretty pink and cute, and it will sun stress to like these edges you can see are darker, and it is more of like a pinky hue to this one. So you will see this one also labeled as like Billabata and DS70. I'm always looking for mealybugs while I'm here too, you guys, sorry. This one doesn't really have that many, thankfully, but yeah, this one will go by a lot of things, but it's usually species Affinity Bertonia. That is the most common one that you're going to find, especially if it's not pricey. So look at these blooms. This is one that hasn't quite opened yet, next to a few that are spent. This one's donezo. Jeez, there's so many. Where's one that's open? Let me show you one that's open. Are there any that are even open right now? They tend to like kind of all bloom and die back at the same time. Here's one that's open. So it's also a really easy bloomer, which is why I would recommend it for just starting out with your collection if you want to get a nice, beautiful trailing plant. I usually cut all the vines back, but this one was just too cute with his little peduncle, and it grew another one. Like, it's literally just peduncles on peduncles on peduncles on this thing. So I mean, look at this one. Look at how many times that's bloomed. Look at how long it is. It just never quits, and it's just like putting out new ones. And look, this one's brand new and it's already starting to like bud up and get ready to bloom, even though it's brand new and teeny tiny. This one too, this was the first time or second time it opened probably. So Hoya species Affinity Bertonia is definitely on my list of must-have plants for Hoya beginners if you're just starting out your collection and you've already got the carnosas and the pubic calyx and you want to start branching out into some different stuff. Okay, so number 2 on my list is also relatively easy to come by if you have some good nurseries around you, but I've never seen one in a big box store. This is the only one that I showed you that you will find in a big box store. And the second one on my list today is this Hoya Obscura. So this is one of my smaller plants, but it's more manageable. And it does have these really cute little veiny leaves. This one also lives in a west-facing window. I'm trying to get it to sun stress. It also blooms for me constantly. It's just not in bloom right now. It literally just finished blooming. So also an easy bloomer. This one will sun stress just like the sunrise, but the leaves are just a little bit bigger. So absolutely love Hoya Obscura. I definitely recommend. Hoya Sunrise is actually a cross between Obscura and something else that I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's actually called Hoya CV Sunrise, which stands for cultivar. And I think I have a video, yeah, I have a video here on my channel showing you the differences between Sunrise and Obscura and how to tell them apart, because it's very, very subtle. This Obscura is pretty thick, but the larger specimen that I have, the leaves are really big and they are like much thinner and like darker green. So it is very, very hard to tell them apart when you're just looking at one plant. But when you have them side by side, there are apparent differences. So Sunrise is a great one as well, but I do find the Obscura to be a faster grower for me and overall just a little bit easier. And it blooms pretty regular for me. But Hoya Obscura is number 2 on my list of easygoing Hoya that aren't carnosa for beginners. So number 3 shouldn't be a surprise because it's probably something that I get at least once a week in the comment section, and it's somebody asking me, what is this plant over your right shoulder? And that is number 3 on my list today, is my Hoya Matilde. Look at this thing. Look at her cute little splashy leaves. Also another easy bloomer for me, was not intentional. I do have a video of like easy blooming Hoya. I have a video somewhere on my channel in my Hoya care playlist. So yeah, Hoya Matilde. Like, she's gorgeous. She's a Serpens and a Carnosa cross. So Serpens can be, it's beautiful, but it can definitely be a pain in the butt to grow. But then you have Carnosa, which is a really easygoing, easy growing Hoya, obviously, if you haven't picked up on that. And anything that's crossed with Carnosa is usually also going to be very easy growing, easy going, and it usually likes to pass down its splashiness. So Hoya Matilde is definitely up there on my list of must-have plants for beginner Hoya collectors. This is one of those ones that always sells really easily for me, that people are always wanting cuttings of, and that even the people who don't like Hoya see this plant and they're like, okay, that's a cute plant, I might actually need it. So let this be your gateway Hoya. Hoya Matilde. I mean, what else is there to really say about her? She's adorable, and I literally just grow her right here. All of these grow in my regular space except for the last 2 that I'm about to show you, but I am confident that you could grow them in your regular space and you don't need, mine just happen to like live in a cabinet because they look cute in there. So Hoya Matilde, and I can go on and on all day, but I just chose 5. So I can do more of these if you're looking for easygoing stuff. But like, there's so many. There are so many. But Hoya Matilde is definitely one of my favorites. I tried to choose some of my favorites, some of your favorites as well for this video, because you guys know there are so many more. There are so many more. But the next one on my list, number 4, is exciting because this was my gateway Hoya, and it's still one of my favorites just because, I mean, it's beautiful, but it also has like sentimental value because it was that Hoya that really got me excited about collecting Hoya outside of like the carnosas and stuff that I already had. So that's what I'm hoping for with this video, that you guys will get excited about these and want to maybe add a few to your collection if you're just starting out. So the one that I really recommend you snag if you like veiny Hoya, I mean, are we surprised, you guys, is the Hoya Clistophyla. So this is just one of them. This is one of my newer ones. that I got. And I mean, what's not to love about this? You've got these deep contrasting veins, like it's just very reptilian, and I love it. So Hoya Clistophyla, very easygoing, easy growing. This one also blooms really, really easily for me. Not this one in particular, but the other one that I have is just constantly blooming. So all of these on the list have been like easy bloomers for me, except for the last one that I'm about to show you hasn't bloomed for me yet, but it is growing. So yeah, Hoya Clistophyla. I mean, nobody should really be surprised by this, right? I feel like this is just a really unique, fun Hoya to add to your collection, and it is a total must-have. If you don't have this, you have to get it. Like, you can't, like, is your Hoya collection really a Hoya collection if you don't have a Clistophyla? I just feel like it's like a staple in there. And I wanted to add the Sarawak on here too, but I just did it in the last one for like big leaf Hoya, so I wanted to show you different ones. So Hoya Clistophyla. And when we do the veiny leaf Hoya video, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to show you it again. I mean, look at it. There's just so many. There's so many that look like this too, but this one's by far like the best because it just has this really deep green and light green contrast that other Hoya, just like other veiny Hoya, just don't have. So Hoya Clistophyla is number 4 on my list today of plants that you need to get. And the last one is also one of my favorites, like just period of all time. And I just noticed that it's growing. Don't ask me how I just noticed this right now. But it is my Hoya Gunung Gading. Gunung Gading, Gundam Wing. And this is another one that people see and they're like, oh, what is that? That's really pretty. And I think it has to do with the veining, but I also think it has to do with the way that its sun stresses. This one's pretty stressed down here. But it did just put out this new leaf, which I didn't even notice, and this one. And it's actively growing. Like this is an active growth point. We have leaf nubbies. I'm gonna have to give it like a little stick or something. Hoya Gunung Gading, it can get like little subtle splashes on the leaves. And what I like about this one versus the Clistophyla is how smooth these leaves are. They almost look like glossy, as opposed to like the Clistophyla has like the veins kind of give it a texture, you know? But the Gunung Gading is like, I don't know, it just feels, there's something like glossy feeling about it. So like this is just one of my favorite Hoya, period. Look at that. This thing was on my wish list for the longest time before I got it. And I'm just really glad that it's thriving for me and loving life and growing. I didn't even notice it was growing. This thing hadn't grown for me. Oh, it's working on another little baby leaf right there too. This thing hasn't grown for me, but you guys know if you watched my Hoya growth like update video I just did, I went on a whole tangent about this super growth elixir from Urban Gardener. I will leave it linked down below for you guys. They also have other sprays that I recommend trying, but this super growth elixir, you guys, I've been spraying it on my Hoya and they're popping off. Like, I didn't even notice. This is a whole new growth point that it started, this leaf down here, because I was like, wait, that leaf feels new. And it's not sun stressed the way that the older leaves are. The older leaves are like stiffer. The new leaves like come in a little bit more, like this one's harder because it's hardened off, but this one must be even newer. So it's still very flimsy, and I was like, I look at the stem, and the stem it's coming off of is not woody. So I think a whole new freaking growth point even started from the bottom of the plant. So not only are my plants growing from like the top, but they're starting to like just add new growth points coming off the bottom, which is crazy to me because it's like end of the season, and I haven't done anything different besides this. I've been using this for like a month now, and I mean, and you guys saw how many of my other Hoya that have been stagnant for months, if not over a year, I have not had growth on some of these freaking things that are just like, they're just 2-leaf little babies and there's nothing I could do. I can't cut them any further. There was nowhere for me to cut this one again, so I just had to be patient and wait. And like these have come in, they came in so healthy too. Look at that. Sometimes they were coming in a little bit wonky because there was a little bit of a pest issue going on. That one came in kind of wonky. That was the newest. These were the two newest. You could see they were kind of a little wonky, but still cute. This one definitely came out better, but this one came out literally perfect. Whole new growth point. I'm just like mind blown. I liked these products because of them being like all natural, but now the fact that this, I can say that this actually works. And if you want to watch that video, I will leave it linked up here for you so that you can get like more info on this if you want. I like go into all of the ingredients and like what they are and why they work. And I'm just very impressed. So I keep on telling you because I know that people don't watch every video. So I keep on telling you in hopes that you will see that you need this. So I'll leave it linked down below for you guys. I have a discount code. I'll be transparent with you. I do make a commission if you shop through my link, but that is not why I'm telling you to buy it. I'm telling you to buy it because I want your plants to grow as much as mine have been growing. And I just cleaned this up with the leaf radiance from them as well before we did this. So looking nice and shiny and healthy and gorgeous. So definitely go and check them out. I'll leave it for you down there. But that is it for this video, you guys. I hope that you liked this one. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see another one like this. I can do another easygoing, more like rare or uncommon Hoya for beginners. But to be honest with you, like most Hoya are pretty easygoing. It would actually probably be easier for me to do a video on Hoya that aren't easygoing, that like I wouldn't recommend for beginners. I feel like I might have even done something like that. I don't know. Let me go back into my archives and see what I've done. And then let me know in the comments below what you want to see. Definitely go and check out my Hoya care playlists. I have a plant comparison playlist as well if you want to see the video I did on the Obscura versus the Sunrise. And a whole bunch of other plants. Again, let me know if you have suggestions for that. If you have like 2 plants that you get confused all the time, I'm more than happy to do a video. Let me know in the comments below which one I showed you today that was your favorite, which ones you want to pick up to add to your collection, or did you have these ones already? I would love to know. Look at how cute she is. You gotta get one. The prices are coming down on them too. The plant farm has good prices usually for stuff like that. But anyway, I love you guys so very much. If you enjoyed hanging out with me today, you should give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything from me. There is a join button down there if you want to be part of the official Plants Fam. Get yourself some perky perks. If not, there's a super thanks button. If you want to super thanks me, everything is appreciated. Can't do this without you guys. If you want to support my channel, you can also just shop the links that I have in my description box. They're also all linked in my bio on Instagram. I've got discount codes for you, all that good stuff. So you get to shop and it helps me out as well. So always appreciate that. I firmly stand behind all of the companies that I work with. So that is it. I love you guys. Again, I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are out there in the world. Oh, I do have some inventory coming, by the way. I got a little cheeky little wholesale order, a small one coming, but still I will be doing a sale either like late this week or early next week. So stay tuned for that. I will announce it. Make sure you're on the Plant Story app. That's where I'm gonna be doing it. I have a referral link that I'll put down there for you if I remember. I'll try to remember. Or you can get a $10 coupon. I know the link that I shared previously wasn't working. It was broken. I have a new one. So if you haven't signed up yet and you want the $10 coupon, I will have that link down below for you. So that's it. I'm done rambling for today. This went on longer than I anticipated or wanted it to. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are out there in the world. Don't forget to spread kindness, and don't forget to drink your water. Go drink some water right now, okay? You got this. I believe in you. Anyway, I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye!